How's it going, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Merriman here today. Today I am bringing you guys some more rank free v free action. Today we are using a Spectrier team that also has the Dragonite, Tinglu, Sylveon, Slowking, and Xianpao. Spectrier, one of my favorite Pokemon introduced in Sword and Shield. And you know, I don't hardly ever see this thing getting any play, so I had to make a team around it. And hey, here it is. I might be using Spectrier in the spooky competition or something like that. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely going to be entering that though. That'll be fun. Anyway, Remora, Mausho, Tinglu, Palmont, Wo-Chien, and Iron Hands. Okay. Let's see what we can pull off here. Let's see what we can do. I don't hate the Tinglu lead. I think Tinglu can handle the Maushold if they do decide to lead it. I also just don't hate the Dragonite. I do think Tinglu's better. We're running out of time. Sylveon. Let's go Xianpao. Alright, yep, we're going to lock in with those free Pokemon. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so our opponent is leading off with a Maushold. Okay, so I'm kind of glad I'm leading off with Tinglu, right? Tinglu just has a bunch of nice natural bulk. And this is an Assault Vest, so it can definitely take both physical and special attacks. But yeah, mostly we're going to have to worry about a move like Bullet Sea coming out. I do think we can tank it. Now, should we Terrasilize? Knowing our opponent's team, I don't think it necessarily hurts us to Terrasilize here. So yeah, I think we Terrasilize and go for the Throat Chop, just to see if we can live the Bullet Sea. Because if it is loaded dice, it's going to be hitting super effective like 5 times in a row, 4 or 5 times. Even if we could take it, we might not be able to take it well. So yeah, I'm okay with doing this right here. Play Rough coming out. Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing, my friend. I'd much rather... I'll take the Play Rough all day, though. Yep. Okay, so it looks like your leftovers on the Maushold. Very interesting there. Very, very interesting. And I think, honestly, we just finish it off, right? We can throw an EQ out because I think we get more value out of an EQ than we do Throat Chop. In this situation, according to our opponent's team, they go for Substitute. And, I mean, we're going to easily break it. There's no reason, because you are leftovers, to go for Substitute here. We're not taking no Life Orb or nothing because we happen to be an Assault Vest Tinglu. So, like, right here, you're just stalling for time. You're faster, get that final attack off, and go on to the next Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, EQ. I mean, maybe you're scouting, but yeah, get your final attack off, and let's get to that next Pokemon. I understand for the scouting purposes, yes, I understand completely. But at the same point, you know, you just kind of have to, you got to respect your opponents in a way. If that move makes no sense, then don't do it, obviously. Alright, so they bring out their own Tinglu. Now, this is an interesting situation. If I can get this off, I'm going to Sand Tomb, and I'm going to start going for some Runations. The Sand Tomb will trap in their Tinglu. They are Terrasilizing. They are Terrasilizing into a Dark type as well. Hey, I'll take it. I'm happy to see that. That's good. I don't know what kind of Tinglu they are, but they're going for Earthquake. We'll take those like a champ all day. We get the Sand Tomb off. Fantastic. Like I said, now he is trapped, and from the looks of it, he's wanting to go for EQ. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go for the Runation, which actually does not get no power buff or anything, which is fine. No power buffs or nothing because we Terrasilize, but we still get it. It still comes off, and it does 50% of your health. That's a lot of damage. In combination of a Sand Tomb, that's a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, we almost got you about the same HP as we are. The thing is, we can switch out if we want to. I don't necessarily have the Pokemons I want to switch out. I'm okay letting Tinglu go down if it happens to go down. I'm going to throw a last-ditch Earthquake out here to see if we survive this. If we do, fantastic. If not, that's fine. We have Sylveon in the back that can come in and revenge kill with a Hyper Voice and get our Throat Spray activated. We can also go into Shampoo. I'm okay with Sylveon though. Let's go ahead and knock out this Tinglu, and we should be in a pretty decent spot. So yeah, Hyper Voice does come out, and it does finish off the Tinglu. We like to see that. That activates our Throat Spray. Sylveon's pretty bulky as well, so I like having a little bit of a bulk on my sweepers. That way they can actually take an attack and do some pretty massive damage out. Hopefully one-shotting our opponent here. Right here's our last, right there's our last Pokemon, and that is the Palmont. I'm happy to see Palmont. Palmont, here, take on Hyper Voice. Why won't you? Palmont goes for Revival Blessing. Okay, who are you bringing back? Maybe Tinglu? We actually won't know because I cannot read the Japanese, but yeah, I can't tell you what that is. But yeah, we knock out Palmonts. We do knock out Palmonts. Yeah, I actually don't know who they revived. If you're in that situation though, you can actually go to the Y button and it will tell you the Pokemon that are alive. It looks like it's Mousehold. Okay, fantastic. That's fine. We can still take a Mousehold attack. Let's just go for Hyper Voice and finish off the game. Interesting fact right here. Our Hyper Voice will go for your Substitutes. So Substitute is no good in this situation, as your Substitute faints. I love that interaction though. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, sound-based moves go through Substitutes. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, next battle we're going up against Granby, Annihilate, Fluttermane, Hisuian Zoroark, Sableye, Sinistcha, and Go. Okay. I kind of feel like this is a mono ghost team. It is. Very cool team. They're getting ready for the competition. Coming out Friday actually, so it'll be a weekend tournament kind of ordeal. It'll be fun. I think I'm gonna have a blast in it. But yeah, I'm expecting a lead Annihilate, if I'm completely honest, and maybe it's Final Gambit. But yeah, Sylveon either way. I mean, if they lead Sableye, we're good. Sylveon just looks kind of good. At the same time, Spectrier does too. Spectrier can outspeed almost everything. And then that way we don't have to worry about the Annihilate's Final Gambit. We do have to worry about Hisuian Zoroark, but we'll worry about that if it's in the game. Tinglu's nice here as a special wall. It's very, very nice. And then kind of in the back, kind of rounding things out for the team. I think, honestly, Dragonite, because we're running out of time. Shampoo's not bad here either. I could easily just use Shampoo for Sucker Punching. Dragonite is coming because it does pack the Earthquake. And it also has just Outrage. This is a little bit different than just a standard Dragonite. I mean, this is more of a offensive, don't have to necessarily rely on a choice banded choice banded extreme speed. Instead, we actually have Dragon Dance, and we are running the Lumberry. Alright, so Annihilate's out here on the field. I can easily just throw a Shadow Ball. The biggest problem, right, is that I don't know if you're Zoroark. I'd much rather go for the Draining Kiss to ensure that I can at least do some damage. And if you happen to be Zoroark, because if you're normal Zoroark, I can't do no damage with my Ghost moves. There it is. There it is. Shadow Ball coming out. Spectrier, can you survive this? Spectrier survives on 1 HP. Let's go. We can Drain and Kiss. We can, or we can just switch on out. I think Spectre, we might be able to come back and Shadow Ball something later in this game. I think that's very valuable. So going into Tinglu, knowing that we can take practically any attack that you throw at us, very, very well actually. Yeah, I mean that did no damage. Looking at their team, an easy. It should be an easy Earthquake here, or Throat Chop. Yeah, what am I thinking? An easy Throat Chop. We can Terrasilize Dart and go for the Throat Chop, and we should be threatening some huge. I mean, honestly, on just about anything that wants to come in, it's just going to be doing a lot of damage. And Tinglu's just kind of here. It doesn't look like they're switching out either, so keeping their Zoroark in maybe as a Death Fire to see if they can get some last ditch damage. Going for the Flamethrower, we still take it like a champ, and now we're throwing out the biggest Throat Chop you've ever seen in your life as the Zoroark does go down. But that's actually that's beautiful. That's very, very beautiful. Alright. So yeah, Throat Chopping is good. Let's see what our opponent brings out. Annihilate. Okay. Alright, so the thing is with the Annihilate, we probably, I mean, we can definitely take an attack, and we can see how much our Throat Chop does. He could just go for Final Gambit. I'm expecting maybe even if I'm expecting a fighting move. If he goes for Rage Fist, predicting our Spectre coming back out, props on you. Props on that play. That's not a bad play at all. But there's the fighting move. Alright. So yeah, we can easily just throw maybe a Draining Kiss out, see if we can survive an attack. Or we can just go for a Shadow Ball and see if we can take him out. I'm okay going for the Shadow Ball, because if they happen to go into like a Golden Go or something, can easily take a Draining Kiss from us and we'll die to the Life Orb. We get more value out of this play. Sinistra coming out. Sinistra will probably go down, right? Yep. Fantastic, and our Life Orb will take us out. But now it's an Annihilate that wants to go for Final Gambit, but if they do, they lose. So they cannot. They have to go for. They're having to go for Drain Punch or Rage Fist, and we're just in the right situation. We're going to Dragonite here, and we just finished the game out. We finished the game out. Annihilate could have Ice Punch, but I don't let that bother me in this situation. We can just go for a Dragon Dance and then go for an Outrage to win the game. He has to break our multi-scale first before I really have to worry about this thing. Like I said, he can go for Final Gambit to get rid of the Dragonite, but by doing so, he loses the game. So obviously I know he don't want to be going for that play. Let's see what he wants to do. Shadow Claw. A little bit interesting. I mean, obviously it's not. It's more consistent than Rage Fist for sure. Maybe he's packing both. Like I said, this seems like a Final Gambit Annihilate according to how the team is built. But at the same time, I don't know too much. I mean, it's a Mono Ghost team. Anyway, yep, Dragonite just finishes it out, and that's game number 2 in a nutshell. This team's going fast. This team's hitting hard, taking names. Kind of like it. It's fun. Alright, our next battle is up against Josh. Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Golden Go, Urshifu, Dragonite, Glamora, and Ogerpine. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? I don't hate setting up the Dragonite, if that just means I win. But it doesn't 100% mean I win if I set Dragonite up in this game, does it? Really though? I mean, how do they stop Dragonite? I'm genuinely, I want to know. How do you stop Dragonite? And then in the back, I think we want... I love Spectre right now. Spectre is so fun. It's good against the Golden Go. It does struggle against Blood Moon. In Urshifu, so yeah, maybe it's not the right one because they're definitely gonna bring one of those too. I Tingaloo does come because it's good against Ogerpon, and it's good against most of this stuff. It definitely the Blood Moon, a lot better than Spectrier. Sylveon's an interesting bring. I think Sylveon is a good bring though, because I mean, unless they terrasilize, it beats Dragonite and Urshifu, and only one can terrasilize. And how our team, or how our opponent's team kind of looks, they might want to be terrasilizing that Ogerpon to get its maximum value out. We'll see, for sure, because I can't speak for my opponent. But yeah, they're leading it off. It wouldn't surprise me if they do end up trying to terrasilize it. I'm going to keep Dragonite into its dragon flying form for this turn, or for this interaction. We might terrasilize into a normal type later, but for right now, Sword Stance. I'm curious to see what you were going to do to me. I do believe what Ogerpon does it get a rock move in its fire form? I know the rock form, obviously Ivy Cudgel, but I want to know what can you do to me. I'm gonna set up another Dragon Dance. He is terrastilizing. Mode Breaker, it would be its ability, which would then break. It does break multi-scale, not gonna lie. But this could be very, very scary. Very, very scary. We do get a Dragon Dance off. Like I said, technically we don't have our multi-scale anymore because of the Mode Breaker ability. Play rough. I did not see that coming. I've looked at this guy's moveset, and I completely forgot about Play Rough. I have failed. The Dragonite sweep. Pretty bad right there. Because I mean, I could have probably hit Outrage at +1 and probably could have knocked out this Ogerpon. Not gonna lie, we probably could have. But it's behind us now. Let's go for EQ, see if we can knock this thing out. Trailblaze coming out, and we barely survive. Tingaloo goes for a massive Earthquake and does knock out the Ogerpon. That's the thing with Ogerpon. It does not have good enough defense for me to justify to use it over other better fire types, in my opinion. But it's a physical fire type. Or physical water type, whatever. So, I mean, it does have that stuff going for it. But I'll just put it this way. It's not my favorite Pokemon, but if it's your favorite Pokemon, by all means, use it. Aqua Jet does come out and knocks out our Tingaloo. So we're saving our Terrasalization clearly for our Sylveon. Sylveon is Terra Fire. Let's see if Sylveon, can you bring it back to us? We knew what that was. In the back, I mean, like I said, Dragonite, Glamora, Golden Go. If they had the Golden Go, we Terra Blast into that. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Hyper Voice. I mean, first we gotta get through this. Maybe we don't even survive this, you know? I mean, we gotta get through it. And then, I mean, that's the thing with Sylveon. It's kind of slow. I mean, Hyper Voice does come out. Urshifu does go down. Urshifu went down. And that's number one. That's what we have to see. Next, we're going to Terra Fire if it happens to be Golden Go. And do we outspeed Golden Go? I don't know. I mean, I think Golden Go might be faster. There it is, though. There's Golden Go. Terra Fire. Terra Blast. So now we just gotta pray, right? And knowing our luck, we do outspeed, but then he survives on like Focus Sash or something. Or yeah, so I mean that'd be awesome to see Make It Rain miss, but I don't think that can. Yep, there it is. Do we survive though? No, 13 HP does not let you survive. That was a game where I lost turn 1. Probably turn 2. I lost turn 2 when I was getting greedy with Dragonite, when I should have tried to take the KO. And I will take responsibility for that. Let's get one more in. Okay, Mudsdale, Bellybow, Gyarados, Abomasnow, Tingaloo, and Urshifu. Okay. Weirdly, I've been seeing a bunch of Abomasnow somewhat lately. Like, it's here. It's in the format. It's here still. So it's making its rounds. I want to show you guys the Slowking. So let's leave the Slowking, and we'll have Shimpao, and if we get Dragonite set up, we just win. I think we gotta get +2 though. I genuinely do think if we can get Dragonite into the right spot to get +2, it'd be amazing. It'd be great. All right, let's see what happens. Galarian Slowpoke or Slowking. Now this one's biggest thing is like chilly reception. Like we want to go for the chilly reception so we can get a safe switch in. And in this example, a safe switch in against this Urshifu Dark. So chilly reception isn't a bad play here. We can also go for Yawn. I'm okay kind of keeping Urshifu in against this though. Actually, we might have to. We'll have to Terrasilize so we can take an attack, right? It's Terra Normal, basically due to our weakness to Ghost. Terra Normal kind of helps out in that matchup, but in this it just kind of keeps us alive, and we go for Chilly Reception. So they are also Terrasilizing. I was so trying to justify clicking that Yawn button, but no, I don't think I can, because they're on pure offense at this point, and we're already forced to go for this Terrasilization. We're not probably going to be taking this very well, even after. I mean, this is from a Slowking too. Slowking is pretty bulky, but that's how good this Urshifu Dark is. We're not going to be taking this very, very well, but we should be taking it now. Oh, we did not take that. That shows you the power of Urshifu. Okay. Well, we got us a battle. We can go into Shimpao, guaranteed to live a attack. And that might be our spot. That might be the best thing to do. I could go into Dragonite, try and Dragon Dance. I can't guarantee 2, and I need to try and do my best to guarantee at least 2. I was hoping Slowking could have taken 1 Wicked Blow and get a nice Chilly Reception off. Get the snow up for our Shimpao. Shimpao then be a little bit more bulky, but at the same time, we do have Focus Sash, and they are switching out the Urshifu, giving us a free hit onto the Abomasnow, getting our snow up for us. Yo, thank you, my man. Thank you. I will gladly take the snow, and I will give you a free Ice Spinner in return. Thank you. You don't know how much that helps me, actually. That gives me the bulk, and I was able to take out your Abomasnow basically for free. I appreciate it. You definitely turned the tables back around for me, where at first I was in big trouble, but now Shimpao's looking pretty good. Urshifu back in. What did you benefit from this, by the way, my friend? What did you benefit? I don't know, but I'm on a Sacred Sword, and we do outspeed, and we almost knock you out, my friend. Close Combat does come out. Like I say, we are Focus Sash. We're Focus Sash. We're looking good. We do have to worry about the Sucker Punch from their Urshifu, so might as well go for our Sucker Punch. We can outspeed. We go for our Sucker Punch. Battle is canceled. I don't like how that one fully felt. I felt like we could have lost. Our opponent didn't play the very best. Let's get one more just to kind of balance things out. Game number 5. Kind of a rarity, but we're going up against Banana, Mimikyu, Iron Bundle, Garchomp, Amoonguss, Dragonite, and Blissey. Okay, ain't seen Blissey in a hot minute. Okay, so looking at our opponent's team, we could lead the Dragonite. There's nothing really wrong with leading the Dragonite, but there's nothing right with leading the Dragonite either. Tinglu's not a bad option. Tinglu is not a bad option. Tinglu is not a bad lead, guys. It looks fantastic. Shimpao in the back. Both of the Rune Nation Pokemons are in the game. They're coming. And then, like I said, Dragonite's not great, but then Dragonite also doesn't look too bad either in certain situations, certain matchups. Sylveon's not bad. As long as we can deal with the Blissey, Sylveon's not bad. I like Sylveon. Let's do Sylveon. Let's do it. Alright, so Banana's leading off with the Blissey as we're leading off with Tinglu. This is not bad. I don't necessarily know what the Blissey wants to do, but I know all Blisseys, if they're going to attack, it's either Seismic Toss or a special move. This Tinglu's perfect. Let's go for that Sand Rush. I just want to keep you in. They're going for Thunder Wave, predicting us to switch. I don't know. I don't know what you were predicting, but I got you stuck. I got your Blissey stuck. You can't switch Blissey on out. Yes, you can eat on your leftovers. I ain't stopping you there. But your Blissey cannot switch on out. We got it stuck. And now we can... I think what the biggest plan, right, is to go for a Earthquake. Just to get... I'm sure Earthquake's going to be doing a lot more damage. Ice Beam coming out. Maybe that Thunder Wave was a misclick. And thank goodness that we didn't get frozen. Maybe this is a Serene Grace Blissey and this thing's trying to freeze us right now. That would be very problematic. But yeah, let's see if we can get... Let's see if we can finish off this Blissey this turn. Pray that we don't get frozen. And we should be fine. There comes the Ice Beam. And no freeze. Let's go. Earthquake coming out. Don't have to worry about the Blissey anymore. Our buddy Inazilla, if you're watching this, I need you to say something in the comment section first off if you made it this far, buddy, because we just knocked out your mascot. I'm just saying, we just knocked out your mascot of your channel, man. I think it's actually a Whimsicott, but he uses Blissey just like it's its own mascot, so I don't know. Anyway, Iron Bundle coming out. Hello, friend. Do we just Terrasilize? Go for Throat Chop? Do massive damage? Why not? It's because, I mean, we're gonna take these special attacks like it's nothing. These special attacks, they do no damage to our Tinglu. We reduce the special attack with our ability, but then we also reduce it with our item as well. So like these special attacks are baby damage. Look at the baby damage. We did lose some attack first. That Chilling Water made us lose some of our attack power, and that might be important. Red card us. Okay, that's actually kind of a cool attack. That's different. I've not seen that before. Actually, I haven't. Drags out our Sylveon. This puts us we're still not in a bad situation. We can easily go for a Hyper Voice. Battle was canceled. Hey. This is how good that team is. Our team causes some quits, man. We the last two people we went up against, they just decided, hey, I'm gonna quit because they didn't have the right tools. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new. And this is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.